Hello and welcome to a new episode of the CTO Show with Mehmet. My name is Mehmet. I share daily insights about the latest news and trends in technology while exploring their problem solving abilities. I also talk about startups and the entrepreneurs behind their innovative products and services. Let's get started with this episode. Today, the first topic I want to discuss is security related, and it's about secrets management. In the article that I read in the morning, it was highlighted how important and effective to keep a secret management in the development lifecycle, because not doing that will have some risks posed by not having these best practices of secret management in place. The author highlights that secrets that can easily become widespread in an organization system, which would make very difficult task to the team to track them and keep them secure. At the same time, the author provides a self-assessment tool to help organizations evaluate their current posture on secrets management and a maturity model to help them improve their practices. The maturity model covers 4 attack surfaces in the DevOps lifecycle, including developer environments, source code repositories, CI/CD pipelines and artifacts, and runtime environments. The model consists of 5 levels of maturity and covers topics such as secret rotation, distribution, and leakage procedures. The author stressed that everyone who works with source code has to handle secrets, and failure to adopt mature secrets management practices can result in hacks and compromises. And the big, I would say, proof to that is sometimes we hear about the companies that they get their repositories hacked and then they expose the source code. So, for example, LastPass was the last one in top of my mind. So, very important topic for people who deal with code and secret management. It's a very important topic. The second article I want to discuss today is about the challenges that businesses can face when they decide to adopt chatbots. Now, as part of a digital transformation and going omni-channel and having the reach and being close to the customers as much as possible, we see organizations, they start to deploy chatbots for support or customer care services. Now, doing that without a proper preparation can lead to major pains for the business. And the first challenge that they can face is that the chatbot that they have put in place is not, I would say, trained enough in the background to have more insightful replies to the customer. So if you deploy just something which seems very robotic, people will start to complain, and probably this will cause like a major issue for the company reputation because people will be complaining about it on social media and so on. So it's very important to adopt a chatbot that have the ability to be kind of smart enough to operate while dealing with customers. The second challenge, which is not very much discussed, but it's very important, when you deploy these chatbots, and usually they might be cloud-based or not in-house hosted chatbots, you need to take care about what kind of data you collect over these communications. And if you are a company which should comply by GDPR, for example, here extra care should be put in place because you might be asking customers for personal data like email addresses and so on. So it's very important to make sure that the solution you have put in place can achieve privacy for the customers and make sure that you have sensitive data protected as well. The last thing, which is a challenge, you need to make sure that whatever solution you deploy for chatbots, it should have high availability. It should be available 24/7. Again, the same thing as in the first point I discussed. You don't want customers to say, hey, I'm writing to this agent and I'm not getting any response. So really important to assess on the availability and reliability of these chatbots. Next, let's jump to our favorite these days, ChatGPT. So while everyone talks about, yeah, like it's taking my job, and I'm repeating maybe in the last few episodes, but today there's an article that gives some hints how you can use it. And honestly speaking, I'm using it myself in my daily tasks. How you can leverage ChatGPT to become your kind of a personal assistant. Because what you can do is that you can create content on any subject. Of course, I'm not saying use the content as it is, but it could be a very good first draft for you. Then you can, if you are in coding, so it can give you also at least the outline how the code should look like. It can help you write and review comments. It can write cold emails, personalized marketing copies. It can create study guides, sample test questions, discover, summarize important points, prepare yourself for an interview or for a board meeting, translate and search foreign language articles. And actually, with time, and this is something I faced also myself, I don't use ChatGPT to just create content without context. So I try to leverage the model to brainstorm ideas, to have some interaction with ChatGPT to come up with really cool interpretations sometimes to some ideas. And the nice thing about the model, because it's interactive, it's like you're talking to a real person, but of course you're not. But it can really give you a very good insight about what type of content you want to get or what type of idea you want to generate and so on. Really, it's good. I will share the link as well. And the next one is ChatGPT have entered a new arena, I would say. So everyone is trying to leverage, and this is why I was trying to highlight. So in the US, real estate agents, they started to leverage ChatGPT. And the thing that they are doing is that they are trying to describe, for example, a house, and then using this prompt, they're asking ChatGPT to write for them, for example, a property description. So it can be a catchy one, sometimes a little cold sales pitch for this property. And a lot of people out of San Francisco, for example, as per the article from the street that I'm reading from, they start to leverage this. And really, here again, it's good to leverage this technology because didn't want to talk about it, but I've seen these articles about universities, schools, they are panicking. Guys, try to teach students how to be creative, not to fear from technology. I've seen it 100 times. And again, it's not to be against the technology. Try to let students be creative using the technology. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. That's all for today. And as usual, looking forward to hear your feedback. If you want me to discuss any topic, we'll be more than happy to do that. Still, we are having a lineup of the guests that we will start to host them. Trying to figure out, the format that we should do it. So this is something that will be coming maybe next week. So stay tuned for that. And until next episode, stay safe and thank you for listening. Thank you.